Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Thanks for watching. This is going to be another little painted illustration in gouache, in acrylic gouache to be specific. It's kind of a partner piece to an illustration I did, I think sometime last year. I can't actually quite remember, but a good while ago now, of a girl bathing in a cup of coffee. It's a print on my Etsy shop if you want to have a look at it. This is kind of the same idea but in a cup of tea. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit more detailed, slightly more detailed than the one I did before, so I kind of added a couple of potted plants and a rug just for some added interest. So right now I'm just sketching out the concept. I had done a little sketch in pencil beforehand, as you saw in my sketchbook. Now I'm just setting it up on my iPad so I have a better idea of like the angle of the rug, the placement of the plants and the colour scheme mainly, and that I find Procreate is really good for that, to plan out any colour schemes that you have in mind, so that you can really see and test whether they work. Lots of times I feel that a colour scheme I have in my head does not translate well in reality. So having Procreate or Photoshop or even doing little thumbnail colour sketches done beforehand is something that I'm trying to make myself do more often. Mainly because I never really used to do it. I would trust my first idea too much until I actually would start painting or colouring, and then it wouldn't actually look that great. So to reiterate, colour thumbnails are really helpful. So here I've just sketched the image out onto 300 gram cold pressed watercolour paper. I've never actually used that with gouache before, so I'm just kind of testing it really. I find that it worked for the most part. Gouache is kind of a bit tricky to use anyway, but I really like the finished flat matte effect that it gives, so I really enjoy using it. I kind of feel like in future I'll probably continue to use smoother paper, but I'm glad I kind of just tested this out anyway, and it didn't turn out too bad. I'm just filling in the block colours that you can see that I have my phone next to me so I can reference it. I'm not the best at mixing colours, so generally what I have on the screen is not going to end up exactly how I have it in real life, but I mean it's pretty close, and I was still kind of happy with how the colours ended up. I'm trying something a little bit different with this image as well, something that I don't really do normally, which is almost kind of like, it's not cross sections, it's not the right word, but where like you can see where the steam is rising out of the cup and it's crossing over where the plant is. Those sections of the plant are a darker green than the leaves that are just kind of exposed, if that makes sense. So it's almost kind of like a checkerboard effect. I don't know if that makes any sense or if I've described it, but I'm sure you can kind of see what I mean. I do really like that effect. I kind of feel like it adds a lot more depth and colour dimension, I suppose, to the image. I kind of feel as well, as I was going along with this picture. I was getting more frustrated with it. It's not that it wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, I just wasn't really enjoying doing it as much as I thought I would. The fact that the rug is at an angle and the way the steam is kind of rising up and going into the top right corner, the composition isn't really that great. I mean, even here when I'm outlining the character, I completely forgot to outline her hand. I just kind of wanted to get it over and done with. I had been working on and off for about a week, and at this point I was a bit kind of done with it, but I'm still not I'm not like 100% happy with it, but I'm happy enough with it that, you know, it's done. I kind of made myself finish it as best as I could. So I hope watching the process was still relatively interesting to you, and I'm gonna leave it there for now. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.